Hey everyone, I'm the Real Evab, and you're watching the A20 Guardian 100 game analysis. This is run number 56. Let's begin. Finally a different gem. I'm tired of sapphires. Thorns is not exactly the most amazing one, but it's pretty solid damage in Twin Slam. At least once we get it socketed, of course. Going up the Spire makes it a little bit more difficult. We'll have to see what we can do. Our options today are choose a card, obtain a random common relic, obtain a curse for a rare colorless card, or the boss swap. I do not like the curse for a choose a rare card option, whether normal or colorless. I did that once. I've mentioned this a few times. I think in retrospect it was a bit too risky, even though it did work out that one time. So let's take a look at what we got here. I'm gonna say no to the Burning Elite because we're getting up a campfire to take that. Oh wow, we actually have some pretty decent paths here. You can either take a 3 elite 1 campfire route or a 2 elite 3 campfire route. I like both of those. If we go to the left, we can only take the 3 elite route. A bailout option would be taking 1 campfire instead. There's also only 3 fights, so it looks like we're going to be going up through this direction, maybe. Oh, there's only a maximum of 3 fights. Wow. It's either 2 or 3 fights. Well, we can easily remedy that by choosing a card to obtain. Get us a little bit more likely to be able to take on elites, specifically the one on floor 7 here. Common Relic is also tempting, but Common Relics can sometimes whiff as well. If they don't give you something combat related, you're going to have to wait in order to find some kind of value from it. Like if it's, let's say you got a meal ticket, for example. You'd have to visit a shop in order to get any kind of value from that. And while it is good value, meal ticket would have to go like here, and we'd have to lose some HP here in order for that to really pay off. Actually, after the elite might be okay. I'm just now noticing that's there. I was too busy looking up here to notice, but it looks like either of these options are viable. I guess that if we somehow have enough gold. So meal ticket wouldn't help us beat this first elite, but maybe we heal after that and we're fine. That's of course if only we get meal ticket. What are some other whiffs? Omamori, I suppose, if we don't get any kind of early game curse stuff in the events. Juzu Bracelet is generally pretty bad. Yeah, there's just a few things. The boot is also in the common pool. So yeah, you could get something useless and be in a tough spot because of that. Common Relic is generally pretty solid, though. It's just that Guardian needs good enough damage to beat elites in Act 1. And sometimes falls flat. Although you have defensive mode for an extra turn of safety and damage, of course. It does kind of hurt to give up the Common Relic, but I think choose a card may be safer. I don't actually know how true that is. I haven't really looked at the Common Relic pool to know for sure. I guess the last thing before we make this decision to remember is that this is not a boss swap seed. This is a pretty solid act. So I do think that we can take it. There is also the idea that if we get a bad Common Relic, that relic's out of the pool for our future Common Relics. So after we beat elites or look through chests, we'll have a slightly better chance of getting better ones. I don't know. Common Relic start is generally very good on most characters. Choose a card to obtain, I think, is slightly. That's what I'm like to go with because I don't have 4 fights, but also this could end up falling off really fast. Meanwhile, Common Relic might have power for the rest of the game. But can we afford that? I really don't want to have to give up the common relic, but I think it is smarter to do this. This is value for the rest of the game, but this is value right now, and we need value in order to take on these elites. Oh, we got some good options here, though, at least. Stasis Strike, Sentry Blast, Charge Up, all very respectable. Definitely leading towards those uncommon cards. Sentry Blast, being 0 energy, 5 damage already is pretty good. The alternating weaken is pretty good. And you know, 2 turns after you play it, you get another 5 damage for free, and so on. So I think overall this does the most damage in conjunction with our other cards. Stasis Strike, 2 energy for 15 is not terrible, but we don't really have the support for Stasis yet. I think Sentry Blast slightly outweighs it because of that. Although I think these are both solid. So I'm going to go with the Sentry Blast. Right, what's our boss? Slime boss, okay. And Charge Up, like I said, we're taking on Elite, so we want damage cards, so we're going to skip the block there. Alright, give me the damage for this. I guess this is technically enough damage for this, but this blocks for more. 3 attacks on this would save us 6 HP, this saves us 10. Unfortunately not the best draw. We lose 8 HP. Guess that hypothetical meal ticket could have been good if we had decided to go on this way. Not attacking. Sorry about the echo, if there was one. Just realized I didn't have my sound off. You should still be able to hear the sound in-game. I'm just turning it off externally. Anyway, Temporal Shield, Sapphire, Piercing Hide. I think Piercing Hide's a pretty... out of these 3, Piercing Hide's pretty solid as a front-loaded block card and has a little bit of damage attached. Also a prime target for Tourmaline, in case we want to put something else in Twin Slam. There's not very many other good targets for Piercing Hide, so putting the Tourmaline there, it isn't so bad. So that was just our first fight. By the way, we'll get to see what that common relic would have been at some point in this game. Unless we somehow miss every common relic, the first common relic we get is what we would have gotten. So, let's see. These are exactly the same, except this attacks for more, so this goes first. And of course, neither of them are attacking. Wow, this sucks. Should I have gone for this one, actually? I don't know. Maybe I should have. Oh well. I guess I could have played Curl up there. I don't think it matters, though. Alright. Vent Steam, Ruby, second Tourmaline. Ruby's also a decent pick for Piercing Hide, as you can play it first as a block card and be pretty safe, and then use the rest of your energy on attacks in the turn. Vent Steam is generally very good value, though. The only thing it struggles against is Sentries, but so does Ruby, honestly. I think we're going to take the Vent Steam and we're going to hope for a good attack card at some point. Okay, Gold for Doubt. Not before the Elite, I don't think. There is a shop right after the Elite, so if I was confident in our deck, I would take this, but I don't think I am. Also, want to point out that we've reached the 15 card rule. However, since we have a campfire before the elite, we can socket our gem, and we will, so we want to take it one more card before there. Wow. Kind of an unfortunate draw, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes. We're still pretty healthy. 55 is pretty nice. There's another vent steam, but there's strike for strike, and we have 2 thorn sources other than defensive mode already. And we have a defensive mode potion. That's great. Yeah, perfect heart. Oh, and we got a very early Grimforge. Interesting. So we didn't even need the campfire to socket gems. Alright, let's transmute it. What are we going to transmute here? Is it strike or defend? I've recently been thinking about removing Twin Slam. Obviously, it's not going to be great here because if we get a good gem, then it's going to want to go into Twin Slam. But otherwise, removing Twin Slam may actually become a viable strategy because it's really hard to socket that first gem now that I'm going up the Spire. I might go back to going down the Spire for a few episodes later in the series, but I really do want the bosses to get looked at first. So, strike or defend. We don't have to worry about Guardian this act, so defend is open to us. If it wasn't, I think it would definitely be a strike. Against Hexaghost it may also be a strike, but this is Slime Boss. So I don't know. So what's our energy looking like here? This is 4 energy, 6, 7, 8. Divide that by 3, that is almost 3. So I think there's a pretty decent chance that we have hands with 4 energy worth of attacks right now. Chances go down significantly if we get rid of a strike. If we get a ruby, I think we're okay with losing strike. If we get an emerald, the dex gem, then I'm not really good with removing a defend, because I would have rather kept it. But maybe removing the strike is greedy because of needing to kill elite fights fast. Also, I am noticing that once we transmute a card and socket both gems, we're going to be at 14 cards for our first elite. So we may have to leave a gem unsocketed in order to not have that happen. Which kind of sucks, but maybe necessary. I don't know which is better to do here. We have a defensive mode potion, and we do need attacks for these elites. I feel like removing strike is the greedy play. Alright, we're gonna go defend. Hopefully that works. Of course, we get a Sapphire. Well, Sapphire is going to be our socket here, I think. The question is, where? Because Sapphire is just so bad unsocketed, but Tourmaline can, I guess, do things sometimes. Actually, it probably doesn't even matter. I guess there's the thought that if we put Tourmaline into Twin Slam, then we get the benefit from it twice. So we could socket that now. We could put Sapphire into Piercing Hide. Tourmaline and Twin Slam is actually a pretty good combo for Sentry specifically. On turn 2 anyway. Because then that hits twice. I could also just... Oh wait, I can't. Right, these stay locked the whole time, even if I added them to a socket here. So I can't, like, socket the Sapphire and then remove it. Alright, so I've mentioned this a few times, but Tourmaline does not work in Strike for Strike, because the enemy attacks you first, then the Thorns hit. So we want to put this in some other card. Vent Steam is an interesting one, but that would be for Strike specifically. I think Tourmaline and Twin Slam for maximum damage may actually be the right play. So let's do that. Yeah, and these stay locked, unfortunately. But yeah, we're just going to leave it like this, because we do not want to fight Sentries or Knob with only 14 cards, and then shuffle without 4 of those cards in the draw pile. So that's how we're going to leave it for now. What do we want to do now, though? What's our best card here? We could upgrade Twin Slam for future gems, but I think that's a bit much. We could upgrade Sentry Blast. Sentry Blast upgrade is pretty much the same as Strike for Strike, actually. And also it gives us a little bit of brace sometimes. That could help. I think as an early game upgrade this is absolutely fine, but I think it starts to fall off later unless you have a lot of small brace numbers in play. Speaking of small brace numbers, let's actually take a look at this real quick. We have Piercing Hide with 3, Sapphire with 4, and Strike for Strike technically with 3. So that's 10. Without Strike for Strike, Sentry Blast does 2, so we're still 1 away, of course. Brace 3 is such an awkward number. Also, this doesn't upgrade to 4 brace, which is very strange. Alright, I'm going to go with the Sentry Blast damage upgrade. And our first fight is, in fact, Sentries. And I think this is a very opportune time for Polishing Oil to come in play. We'll gain some Thorns for Strike, as well as being very well set up to block this turn and next turn. I can even make this attack me. It doesn't matter who's attacking now or not, I can just make them attack anyway. I can take 3 damage here, I think. I'm not gonna save that 3 HP. This is only 13? That's unfortunate. We have an 8 damage card? No. We have Twin Slam for 2 5 damages? I guess I should have attacked somewhere else and then put the strike there? I don't know. Anyway, we're re-entering defensive here. Oh, Thorns, of course. So we can just play Twin Slam on this next turn for 5 damage. And which one kills next, then? Oh, man, we gotta do these calculations again. Okay. So once we enter defensive here, we're going to have full block for this turn. Next turn, we're also going to have a full block, so we don't have to play Piercing Hide. We can play Twin Slam, Strike. Actually, since we're playing Twin Slam twice, this middle one is attacking, so it's just going to take a lot of damage regardless. So I guess we don't have to do any kind of damage calculations. Please hit defend. Oh well. Okay. Sentry Wave being on the wrong turn for this back guy is a little bit sad. Anyways, let's do this. So how much damage is this? This is 9, and 6 is 15, plus 4 is 19. So this will be down to 14. That kills with Sentry Blast and 2 attacks, unfortunately. It's a little bit off. It's also a little bit off Strike for Strike. Wow, that's really bad. Piercing Hide doesn't help either, unfortunately, this turn. So I guess we still want to remove Artifact from this. Unless we want to put Vent Steam on something else. No, Vent Steam attack could also do it. Okay. And on the off chance that we have to attack this again, or that we have to take this attack again, the Weaken will be there on the correct turn. I hope what I just said made sense. If not, we might see it anyway. So, all right, let's get some block. That is very notably not block, but it does mean we can kill this now. So I'm gonna do that. So we're taking a total of 13 this fight, unless we take even more somehow. Alright, let's get some vulnerable down on this. Yeah, it's going to be 13 this fight. That's not so bad. Although we did have to use a very strong potion in order to not take that much. Okay. Oh, wow. Gemstone gun. It's been a minute since I saw that one. Laser turret? I mean, it's a rare I can use. I think it's better than Polybeam. Probably better than Shield Charger at this point. Yeah, let's do it. And Gemstone gun. Well, upon pickup, choose 3 gems. At the start of each combat, you gain a card that uses all 3 gems for 0 energy and has Retain. Oh, okay. So this is... In order to maximize this is an extremely hard decision. I don't really know how to approach that. I've tried doing it on other characters. It just ends up with me taking Quartz and Citrine every time I can. But yeah. I'm not sure about these. I actually don't know if you can get Sapphire as Guardian with this. I know you can't get it on other characters. Maybe you can get it on Guardian. We don't have any strength, so I don't think it's Frag Gem. Emerald for some kind of safety. I mean, the safety would have to involve me already having Defense in hand, in which case I'm already blocking. I also have this for the short term. The only way that this would be good is if I also find a ward in these next couple of rewards. And I don't think that this is affected by rarity. I think it's completely random. So we are just as likely to get something like a Citrine as much as we are to get a Sapphire. So, also Emerald Ward is only 5 block, and since this only gets played once, 5 block doesn't seem very good. So I'm going to go with the Quartz for maximum possible value. Let's see if we can get more Quartz or Citrine. Well, there's the Aquamarine. All kind of mediocre. I don't think Fragmented Gem is good still. The nice thing about this is that since it's on turn 1, if we face Nob with this, we don't care about the fact that it's a skill or that Aquamarine exists. Unless we somehow don't want to draw on turn 1. Tourmaline. We're not really guaranteed to... we're not guaranteed to be attacked turn 1, but if we are, I would rather have the block. I think this is actually a good reason to take Aquamarine here, just for like a turn 1 thing, like Avocado, or what's the other one that attacks turn 1 in Act 2? Looter Mugger? Birds? Yeah. So I'm going to take Aquamarine. Oh wow. Second Quartz means that this is basically a bag of prep with 3 block attached to it. So yeah, I'm going to go with that. We could have ended up with Dexterity Aquamarine for an anchor. Actually a controllable anchor. But I think bag of prep is just fine. Absolutely fine. Alright, our shop. 174 gold. Kind of low, but I guess that's what happens whenever you take 2 question marks. Okay. So we did just take a laser turret. We have Vent Steam, we have Strike for Strike, Sapphire. There is a body crash in the shop. I don't think we want that. We're not really going a big defensive route yet. It's gotten a lot more balanced since the nerf. I think maybe a little bit over nerfed, but that's probably still for the best, at least in the short term. Let's see. Double Sentry Blast with Nunchaku is very interesting. Double Sentry Blast Laser Turret Nunchaku is very interesting. This does not proc Nunchaku while in stasis, but when it comes out of stasis and you play it again to put it back, then it will proc once. Is this kind of deck that wants energy? Yes, I think. But it's pretty early to say that. Maybe it wouldn't end up wanting energy. Actually, with Gemstone Gun, we draw 2 on turn 1, so kinda. We set up Nunchaku correctly, we get that energy turn 1 as well. Then it's like we have an Adrenaline turn 1, that's pretty cool. It's actually a pretty big brain play. I don't know how powerful that is, but it's something to consider. Oh wait, I can't buy the second Sentry Blast. Even though it's on sale. Let's see, what else? Overload, no. Pre-program's pretty good. I don't think I'd spend 87 for it, though. Metallicize it, I don't think is needed either. I could be wrong about that. Maybe we focus more on active block and then use this for damage. I guess we have weaken every so often. Can't buy the bomb. Dark Shackles is pretty cool. You know, even without the second Sentry Blast, Nunchaku's still pretty good. And who knows, maybe we find a second Sentry Blast anyway. I'd do it even though we have the curl up. We could just use stasis for ticking up Nunchaku, doing some damage, and continuously putting weak on the enemy. Final thing to look at here is the potions, because I don't think Medkit's worth it right now. Potions... Flex Potion's not bad. We have plenty of attacks. It works with Laser Turret as well. Well, actually no. It happens at the beginning of the turn, which is before I can use the potion. So unless we were able to keep that strength, then it wouldn't actually do much. What would allow me to take the double elite route? We might be able to do it already. Flex Potion would absolutely let us do it. Flex Potion Sentry Blast doesn't seem too bad. And we can afford a card to move exactly. Sentry Blast Flex Pod is 99, which leaves us at 75. Wow. When this happens to Baylor Lord, he says that it was meant to be. And I find that funny, but also it may also just be meant to be. Flex Potion Sentry Blast, I think, has a very good chance of getting us through double elite fight. Especially since the Sentry Blasts do damage when we want them to as well. We can use the Flex Potion very well with Vent Steam as well. And while Nunchaku was an interesting idea, I don't think without a second Sentry Blast it actually is as powerful as we want it to be. Although it is good. I'm going to go with this. Oh, by the way, that whole bit about the first common relic we see, that does not apply for shops. Shops take relics from the end of the relic order instead of the beginning. So we're looking for the beginning of the relic order, which would be any other source of relics. So not here. So a common relic from Nia would not have been Nunchaku. We're gonna do this. Now do we remove a strike? I think now we remove a strike. We had double Sentry Blast, and we already removed a defend. So yeah. Okay. Ice cream. Wow. You want energy? You got energy. Let's see if we can make use of it, though. If we go to this left path, we have no bailout, but I think we will be okay. This is going to be a hard pull fight. I think we're going to avoid the shop since we spent so much. Yeah. Alright, it is Knob. Oh, wow. Oh, man, I didn't realize it's got new art. When did I miss that? That looks awesome. I love the little rainbow effect coming out the sides there. That's so cool. Anyway. We may not actually need to use this turn, because we have Vent Steam, Sentry Blast, and some more attacks. But a couple things I'm thinking about. There's Laser Turret, Sentry Blast. I guess if we draw those early, then we're not going to draw them the next couple turns. Which is when we want to keep attacking. And we got okay attack density here. We're over by 1 energy, but that's fine. Also, since we can play 3 attacks this turn, I think Flex Potion's absolutely fine. I wonder if we can do better. Let's see. We're always playing Vent Steam. This is 10, 19, 26. We'd have to get more than 3 attacks next turn and be able to play them in order for Flex Potion to be worth keeping. That could happen with Gemstone Gun, but I don't see it happening often. I actually might see this ending the fight rather than using it in the middle of it. The Vulnerable's going to run out. Yeah, I'm just going to do this turn. Alright, cool. That was over half its HP, which is great. Oh wow, we did get 3 attacks this turn. And with Gemstone Gun, we probably could have gotten 4, but that's okay. We don't need it to be 4. What if we did Sentry Wave, Gear Up, Curl Up? That's 9 Strength, 17, minus Weaken is 12, so we take 2. Oh, we can only do 2 attacks then. How much is that? 9 and 7 is 16. 16 and 3 from Thorns is 19, so 22 left. And then that's 18. 18 and 7 is 25. Holy shit. Because we get 7 from this whenever it comes out next turn. That's insane. This is a 2 damage fight? Wow. Okay. Gotta play the right card order. Is there any way that we... 12 strength would be 20, down to 15, that would be exact block. So this is going to be 7, 20, 25. Oh, I think I did my math wrong anyway. This is exactly 25 already. So, if we do full block this turn, we'd have to draw another attack with Gemstone Gun in order to actually get lethal. Yeah, I'm not going to take that risk. I'm going to take my 2 damage, and I'm going to, like... Oh wait, the Thorns. I forgot about the Thorns. Yeah. Awesome. 2 damage fight. Let's go. Bale Resortedly played. Okay, that makes the Sentry Blast Plus a little bit better. If we upgrade this other Sentry Blast Plus, then it's like having a protocol in play. Hey, Stasis Strike's back. There's also Strike for Strike again. With double Thorns, I may actually be just inclined to take another Strike for Strike. I don't think... actually, We have all 3 stasis slots filled, so Stasis Strike may actually be a good idea for the long term. But Thorns Strike for Strike may still be viable. I don't know how viable. I think we take one of the two. Stasis Strike is definitely an investment for later in the game, leaving us room for stasis over time, despite having 3 stasis slots occupied already. Very notably against Slime Boss, this allows us to keep a card with Curl Up for the second shuffle, which is good because of all the slimes that we're going to have to deal with. Stasis is really, really good against Slime Boss. Almost imperative to have, I think. You know, with sustained damage like we have here, I may actually upgrade Vent Steam early. This is the kind of deck that does slow, consistent damage, rather than setup and burst. I'm still, even though this is good value later, Strike for Strike could still be relevant in the late game. It has really high base damage, and since we have a start with Thorns, with Defensive Mode, Twin Slam, and Piercing Hide, the damage may stay relevant late if we continue to lean into, Thorns in the late game. It would end up being sort of like a death by 1,000 cuts build, where we use Strike for Strikes on Thorns to do a little bit of damage there. We use Sentry Blast and Laser Turret for damage every turn, and then we just try to block as consistently as we can for the rest of the fight. Stasis Strike is expensive. It's a pretty big problem. I don't know. Another classic case of I don't know. I can see this being better more clearly than I can see this being better, even though I know that this is possibly good. I haven't really gotten the opportunity to take a very early Stasis Strike and build into Stasis with it. I don't know how I'd do that. I'd probably just end up taking a Suspension Plus or something. That being said, one Stasis slot is not that good, and we'd have to redraw it in order to get more. I'm going to go with the Strike for Strike. Oh yeah, we have a decision to make here. I think I am going to take the question mark just so we don't end up losing a bunch of HP to 2 hard full hallway fights. Ooh, this is a really good event to give up a fight for. So remove, transform, upgrade. We've already removed 2 cards, so removing another removing another gets better. The smaller a deck gets, the more efficient it gets. And it gets so, I think, exponentially, although the exponent is pretty small. Alternatively, we upgrade Sentry Blast or Vent Steam. What does this upgrade to? 7 damage again? Yeah. And it does scale with strength, notably. But it doesn't scale with vulnerable, or the other thing I said earlier, Nunchaku. Yeah. Sapphire's probably going in Piercing Hide. The nice thing is that it'll brace for 9, which is actually a magic number with Lordly Plate. Because both Gear Up and Curl Up will brace 11 instead of just 10, so 9 is actually very acceptable. Rather than being one short. So is it remove or upgrade? We have so many good upgrade targets. But removals is still very good. Removals on Slime Boss is a little scary. I don't know. Both very good options. I am thinking Laser Turret may be the best option, though. Because, like I said, Piercing Hide, Sapphire plus Gear Up is a magic number. Hits the magic number. So this doesn't actually do very much. So if we want... if we don't need the brace, then we're upgrading this for the damage. But if we want consistent damage, we do Laser Turret. Vent Steam, like I said, is also a good idea. We would have to do more than 2 damage per turn. Which I guess is possible. Less cards in the deck also allows us to draw through our deck more quickly to set up for Slime Boss. And just in general, to get our 3 stasis cards in play, Sentry Blast, Laser Turret, and other Sentry Blast. It also lets us draw to our brace cards faster. I think removal is the better play. It just feels bad to have unupgraded cards, but I think we'll be fine. Also, this will help us take less damage against whatever hallway fight we're going to face now. No more strike. Yeah. Okay. This one's going to be difficult. This is the Weakening Slime. So that means we're going to kill stuff slower. And there's a Cultist. We also drew decent cards turn 1, so I don't have to use Gemstone Gun yet. Can't enter defensive yet. $11. Did I do the math right on this? Yeah, that's 4, and this is 5, which is 9. Okay. Yeah, so 11 plus 4 is 15. If we drew Sapphire with Gemstone Gun or Curl Up, then we could enter defensive. I don't think we actually want to do that, now that I think about it. I want to enter defensive next turn. So with that said, do I just do maybe Piercing Hide, Twin Slam, and going for this guy first, but allowing the Thorns to do damage to Acid Slime? We could also do Vent Steam, Twin Slam, Piercing Hide on Cultist. I think we're always playing Piercing Hide because we want to block this damage. I think we can take 1 HP worth of damage and be okay with that. Is this going to do more than 5 damage? I think it will. We don't need to prioritize doing Thorns damage to this. So let's just get started on the Cultist. By the way, I've mentioned this in previous episodes, but Baylor's Lordly Plate does not affect HP loss. Brace. So we only braced for 1 there. Alright, I think it is time for Gemstone Gun here, because we did not draw anything to enter defensive. There we go. That's what you want to see. Okay. So this is 18 incoming damage, which is not amazing. Can we kill here, actually? 19, 7. Actually, this is 19 plus 3, 22, 29, 36. No, not quite. So no strike for strike then. We're going to full block with Defend, Sentry Blast, Laser Turret. Hopefully this doesn't attack, but it didn't do the same intent twice in a row. So, anything can happen. Okay. This is pretty okay hand. Doesn't do much damage, but we should be able to kill this very soon. Hopefully right now. If Laser Turret would stop hitting this, that'd also be great. But we do kill this, actually. That's good. With everything we have. Alright, 1 damage fight. That's acceptable. That's a pretty compelling reason to upgrade this. When weakened, this only does 3, but if I upgrade, it still gets the full upgrade value, so it goes to 5. Alright, that's our hardcore fight. Good. Clone, Guardian Whirl, Incinerate. Incinerate's actually very good. Having control over these to do extra damage, or brace for extra, or weaken extra is actually very, very good. Is it good enough, though? Since we have 2 Sentry Blasts, that means we're having weakened consistently every turn. It would just mean that we're getting damage slightly faster. It may also hit Laser Turret. Once we upgrade it, it would have the damage guaranteed. On Sentry Blast, on the Laser Turret, it would do damage twice. What does this upgrade to? 10 damage? So this would be like 17 damage for 1 energy. I don't think we need to do that. I think we have good stuff already. I think if we take any kind of Accelerate, it's going to be... I don't know. I don't think we need to take this. I don't think we need to take these either. Guardian Whirl, we don't have the consistency of block to do that, so we're going to say no to that. And Clone, we just don't have the stasis slots. Alright, let's fight our next elite. It's Lagavulin. So we fought all 3. I'm going to not play Gemstone Gun until we need to play it. Although with a draw like this, is it maybe a good idea to... Maybe we start next turn? Since we have so many 0 costs, we want to get both Sentry Blasts in next turn when we still have Vulnerable. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, that's good. Extra damage in 2 turns is very, very good. Right, Ice Cream is a thing, too. Okay, we got a Sentry Blast. I think it's time to wake you up. We're going to do this as well, for maximum damage. Alright, that's a very, very respectable start. 113 minus 54 is 59. We did 59 damage. And that includes the block at the start. Alright, we got a Sentry Wave. Ready for us. We can enter defensive with Piercing Hide. Which means we can also do Defend Strike for Strike. Very nice. Yeah, this is the Death by 1,000 cuts that I was talking about. And wow, it actually feels very, very fast. Preserved Insect, you're a little late. Oh, Speed Boost. Is that the Accelerate I want? I was kind of thinking Speed Boost, but I didn't think about it for very long. But now... It's still an energy. I have to pay for it. Here's the situation. In order to actually get the weak from Sentry Blast, Sentry Wave into play, we have to wait a turn. So in Act 2, against something like Avocado, that might be a problem. But if we have Accelerate like Speed Boost, we can do that instantly. Although the same argument applied to Incinerate. Is accelerating 3rd time better than accelerating twice and having a socket and doing damage? I don't know. I think no, actually. I think Incinerate would have been better than this. Doesn't mean I have to take it though. I can take the emerald. I did say that I wanted to increase my block consistency so that my passive damage can do its work. Yeah, let's take the emerald. Spiker Protocol is also there, but eh. Okay. Oh, no one's attacking? So Strike for Strike just has a kill here. And that means no self-damage. Question is, which one do we do? Probably the buffing one, rather than the louse in the right? Yeah. I suppose we could have done Twin Slam and then done this on that. I think it's still fine. Oh yeah, with the emerald sometimes we get to buff our little gemstone gun aquamarine. But only sometimes. Good time to draw it, I guess. That was 6 block? We would have... No, we wouldn't... It did nothing here. Oh, we could have entered defensive. Right, I forgot that 11 is not bad. That doesn't happen very often, though. Interesting. Metallicize is here. Charge up. Charge up. Strength is actually very good in this build, despite it being everything I described it before. There's a lot of very physical hits here. We have Vent Steam as well. And this is a block card. I think this is perfect for what we want here. Imagine that. We take Sentry Blast on floor 1. We see both of the other cards later. We take one of them. We consider the other one against... Yeah, Strike for Strike. Pretty cool. Anyways, let's get Sapphire into Piercing Hide. And I absolutely do not mind putting Emerald into Vent Steam. Emerald Vent Steam with Aquamarine was one of my go-to combos before Aquamarine got nerfed. So if we find another Aquamarine, I think we're in prime position to do it again. Also, putting this in Vent Steam is generally a good way to make it safer as a card anyway, so... Alright, now the question is, what do we upgrade? We got a lot of good targets. Twin Slam for future, I don't think we need to do that yet. Even if we got a good gem from the boss, we would have to wait to socket it for a while. So you might as well just upgrade Twin Slam then. Piercing Hide's not necessary. Curl Up goes to 13? Brace. So unless we want control over which card goes into stasis, I don't think it matters. And considering that we have 3 cards that go into stasis, I don't think it matters. Vent Steam, I think, is really important for Slime Boss. We don't need Sentry Blast. Laser Turret would be the other one. Charge Up gives us 1 more strength and 2 more block. That's worth something, but I don't think it's necessary. So I think it's either Vent Steam or Laser Turret. I don't know which one. There's a few things we have to think about in this fight. There's the first cycle, then there's the split. Vent Steam is very good against the first cycle, but not very good versus the split. Laser Turret's actually kind of the same because it has random targeting. But I guess that's still okay because it means we can still split one anyway. Us getting the green slime down, though, is a pretty big deal. But the last thing to consider is the slimes being shuffled into our deck. It's going to make it harder for us to play Vent Steam again. So Vent Steam is pretty much going to be best on the first cycle. Then past that, it's kind of a toss-up. I think there's a good chance that we only need Vulnerable for 2 turns on Vent Steam anyway. So I'm going to go with the Laser Turret upgrade. Alright, let's win this. Oh yeah, Slime Boss attacks for 38, so we're safe no matter what we draw on turn 3. This is not a very good turn 1, so let's draw some cards. Okay. This entered as defensive right now. So I'm going to forego the Thorns for strike. No, why do I... I wanted to do curl up on something, I guess, is the reason. But then I wouldn't get to play Vent Steam anyway. This is 3 energy. Okay. So I think it's Vent Steam, Crystal Ward, strike, curl up. And then we can use Gear Up for defensive mode if we want to block the big hit. Yes. Oh wait, we do get to put something in defensive. It's just that we don't... It's Stasis. It's just that we don't get to play this for extra stuff with strike. Ugh, come on. You had 4 other hits. Actually 3. I wouldn't want to Gear Up. But that's okay, I guess. How much damage is this? This is 7, 21, 30. Takes it down to 101. Next turn, 27. So that is technically a split. I don't think we want to split like that, though. So I think we enter defensive now to get block for next turn, and then we split on the second cycle. Do a little bit less damage now, but that's fine. Oh, Sentry Wave helps quite a bit here. Yeah, look at that. Do I want to play strike? This takes you to 81. But it take 3 more damage. I'm gonna take 3 more damage. We heal up 3/4 of that anyway. It's no big deal. Oh, that split it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3 energy? Yeah, that works. So we split at 42. That's pretty good. Pretty good for Guardian. Yeah, I think we got a pretty good deck going on here. Uh-oh, we're being weakened. So how much damage is this? 12 and 11, 23. We can split the weakened slime right now, if we want. It does mean we don't enter defensive for next turn. That may be a pretty big deal. We do have this. Also, the smaller slimes hit for quite a bit too, so maybe it doesn't actually save us that much. What if we attack this one for 23? Take it to 8. We're still not guaranteed attacks next turn. This only does 5, because we'll be weakened. Yeah, we just have to enter defensive for next turn. No splits then. Maybe we want to get them both close to splitting though, if we can, so that whichever one this hits will split. Because this next hand is not very good to block. This will get us a little bit more dexterity. Oh wait, we have defensive mode, so we'll have 20 block anyway. Still, maximum that could be incoming is 36. Does this hit for 18 ever? I think it does sometimes. I think this one hits for 18 after debuffing, though. So let's say it's 36. We got another 16 block. This is actually 15 right here. Okay, we don't have to split then. So it'd have to be 21 to split. We do 5, 7, 5. That's not 21. Wait, no. We need 15 damage here. So this would actually split this if we play both of these. We take it to 24, and then 5 would be 19. So I think we want to spread our damage a little bit. We want to put Twin Slam here and Sentry Blast here. So because the higher they split, the harder they'll be to kill. Alright, we'll do it like that. Here we go. Alright, we hit that one. So we got hit for 30. Wait, this is only 10 block. That's fine. That's pretty much exactly what we cared about. This will do 5 damage here, which means it's 25, it doesn't split. Okay, good. This is 25 damage. Okay, then we'll play Curl Up for more brace. Alright. Laser turret hits. Okay. So we can probably just kill this here. We want to block as well. Sentry Wave goes here. We don't have enough to block. So maybe we go for a kill instead. Even though this splits at a bit high number, next turn we won't be weakened. So let's see, how do we kill here? This is 2 Thorns, this does 11, 22, I guess Twin Slam? But if we're going to do Twin Slam, we might as well do Strike for Strike after that, so let's see. So that's 2 Temporary Thorns, plus 4 is 6. Plus 3 damage is 9. 18. Oof. Doesn't look like there's any way to spread out the damage. We have to play every attack here. Unless we give up Piercing Hide and take 3 from Strike for Strike, that's... Nah, we don't need to do that. Okay. And I don't think we're going to have any trouble killing the Spike Slime here. They're not even attacking. Great. No damage. Don't need charge up. Alright. That was pretty easy. Yeah, this deck is going places, I hope. Well, there's Citrine. Citrine. There's also Compile Package and Gem Finder. Gem Finder for Sapphires with Baylor's Lordly Plate. That's pretty powerful. Also solves the problem of block for the rest of the game. Kind of. You can't rely on just defensive mode, but it certainly helps to have a lot of it. I could probably grab another Emerald as well to put into Twin Slam with it. I don't know, all 3 of these are good. Citrine is generally very good. I throw that in Twin Slam all the time. And then just make it a 0-cost card. 0-cost 8 Thorns is actually really good for our Strike for Strike as well. Compile Package... You know, I don't think we need Compile Package. I think I can eliminate that one. Despite its raw power, we're not guaranteed to have more energy here. And we're going for something very specific with our build right now. That we already have good direction for and don't really need extra power. We got through the second half of Act 1 very easily against Hard Pull Fight and against Slime Boss. We took 5 damage in Slime Boss. Of course, we do have to rely on entering defensive consistently. So we might actually struggle in the beginning of Act 2. I don't know. We also have a potion to think about. Tallest Potion versus Dexterity Potion. I think it's kind of likely that we draw a hand without block cards. We have 3 defense, Piercing Hide, Charge Up. I guess Curl Up also. That's 6 out of 16. That's pretty good. Also, what would we be doing with how much would Gem Finder be doing? Grab an Emerald here. Grab 2 Sapphires for this. That's 3 gems. That we'd be kind of saying that we're going to take more socket cards in the future, but we're definitely not guaranteed to. I don't think I would put a Sapphire in here, but I could maybe be convinced. Yeah, maybe it is just Maybe it is just Citrine then. Twin Slam Strike for Strike combo would be so powerful with that, and it plays very well into not having 4 energy. Although, even if we do, we have Ice Cream, so there's no real downside into having cheaper cards. Yeah, I'm going to go with Citrine, even though we don't really have space for it in Twin Slam yet. Colorless Potion versus Dex Potion. Dexterity Potions, both this and the Speed Potion, are not very good in the early game. It's so hard to get good use out of it. I guess Speed Potion gets better in Act 2 whenever things start hitting harder, but in Act 1 it's very hard to get even 10 block out of it. Block Potion outdoes it a lot. But in the late game, when things start hitting very hard, that's when it starts getting good. But I don't really like having this now. I think it's very difficult to get value out of a Dex Potion on Guardian in general, too, because of defensive mode. I've noticed that recently. I think I used a Dex Potion somewhere in the last 10 episodes, thinking that it would save me a few HP. Then I enter defensive mode, and then I don't take any more damage for the rest of the fight, because I still took a lot of HP damage and braced that way. So you know what, I am going to dig Colorless Potion over Dex Potion. I think that's much more likely to do stuff for me. Okay. Busted Crown, Cursed Key, Tiny House. It has been a while since we've seen a Tiny House, and I'm grateful for that. Random upgrade, a little bit more likely to hit something good, because we've removed 3 base cards already. It will still hit a Strike or Defend, though, I know it. Like, we're going to end up taking this if neither of these are good, but they are kind of good. I mean, even considering the Busted Crown at this point, because we already have the beginnings of a very, very good deck. Even defensively, like both offense and defense, is very good. Cursed Key would mean that we have to spend more time on... We'd be giving up some relics. Well, 1 relic, and then we'd have to remove a curse, random curse at that. And I think this deck thrives from being very small. I think we remove both of our other strikes, but we leave the defense because of dexterity. Maybe that's not so many removes then. Maybe that's not so bad. Oh yeah, we would have started the game with Baelor's Lordly Plate. That would have been our starting relic. That's interesting. Never had a Baelor's Lordly Plate start. Wonder how I would have built into that. Piercing Hide probably would have looked even better than it was already. But anyway. Busted Crown might still be too early to take. Because I am still looking for a few things, like another Dexterity gem for Twin Slam. Maybe an Aquamarine for Twin Steam, some more gems for Strikes, to give them a little bit more value. Also, taking it after Act 1 means that our Act 2 boss will only have 1 card choice, which means only 1 rare on offer. It's not that great. You know, if we're only removing 2 strikes this game, then maybe Cursed Key isn't so bad. So... as much as I want to, you know, break the normal thing for Busted Crown, I think it is still Cursed Key. Alright. I am going to try and take as many elites as I can, though. I'm feeling very confident in this deck, which is not usual for going into Act 2. Is that seriously the only... wow. For the rest of the act, that's the only thing. Okay. So this is the only path? This is the best path, and that's it? 2 elites, 3 campfires? There's no way to get 3 elites this act. Wow. I also can't get a shop because they're all on the right side. Whatever, we only have 160 gold. We can wait until the next act, I guess. And then take multiple shops that way. But we have to path for the elite. Okay, well that complicates things for Cursed Key a bit. But we'll probably still be fine. How do we want to start the act? It's 4 fights or 3 fights. This is literally better in every way because the event starts later and we can have the choice. Okay, let's start here. Alright, I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Excuse me. First fight back is chosen. Just to recap, Gear Up and Piercing Hide do add up to 20 thanks to Baylor's Lordly Plate. So I think we're good. So I think unless we draw something better, we're going to play Piercing Hide and then just keep Gear Up in our back pocket. Because we don't want to enter defensive for next turn. Next turn is either a small attack or a debuff. So we want to save it for a larger attack. Looks like it's an easy turn, all things considered. Didn't really draw anything amazing, but we drew enough to spend our energy on. And yeah, there it is. I could still enter defensive here to play strike for strike with maximum damage. I think that's fine. We are going to be weak next turn, but the faster we get, the faster we kill Chosen, the better. Also, there's no way to block more than 5 without entering defensive here. So these will be 16 damage apiece, plus another 5, so it's 37. That's half the current HP. Next turn I'll be weak, so that's another 5, so down to 32. This will be 7, 25. Then 5, 5, 15. And we'll be very, very close to a kill. So the turn after that, the turn we need to start worrying about losing any HP, will be very close to a kill. So let's do this. I don't think we're going to need to do this, so let's not put more daisies in the draw pile. 9 times 2. Well, we full block this. So I'm definitely okay with this outcome. I'm going to want the attack for next turn. I'm not sure whether this goes first or laser turret. If this doesn't go first, I'm going to have to submit feedback because in retrospect, this is an obvious synergy. Oh wait, no, they're dead. Haha. I have 8 thorns and they're attacking twice. Big mistake on their part. Ooh, multi-beam. I am lacking area of effect damage. However, am I in a position to just ignore it anyway? We have seen how well I'm doing damage here. So maybe I can just kill things one at a time and be perfectly fine. Also, this would be purely for area of effect, as we can't really put it into stasis in any consistent way in order to scale it up, both because of curl up and because of our 3 stasis occupiers. Ruby is possible for Vent Steam, but I don't think we need it. I think we can look for better. Yeah, I'm confident enough in this deck that we don't need the multi-beam. I think we can spend our energy in much better ways. Strike for strikes are both very good. Yeah, every card we've taken so far I think is good here. Let's mark this out again. Right, I wanted to make a choice there because we're going to go up through here. And we'll make a choice up there. Alright. Birds. And we have a lot of thorns, but only one of them is attacking. Bit unlucky. I'm going to draw cards here. This full blocks already. Actually, we can just knock down one of the other birds. Let's go for the one with the most HP. I could also enter defensive here, just have block for next turn. That makes sense. I think we're going to have a kill regardless. Let's do a little bit more damage, because this is just dead already. Excuse me. This is 6 damage. So it's down to 16. Next turn we have 2 more. So that's 15, 22, 11. This is 7, 10, 5. So that's 16. Perfect. So you do want to aim for this goal this turn. Got something stuck in my throat. Oh, that hit? Okay. And laser turret. Not affected by flight, I don't think. Yep, that's a full 7 damage. Alright, great. I don't believe we need energy potion with this deck, so we can maybe just skip that. We've gotten two potions in a row on the first 2 floors, and we've skipped both of them. Future plans plus, normally very tempting. Here, don't care. Now about these other gems. Tourmaline and Sapphire. We were considering Sapphire. Tourmaline I don't think has a great place here. I don't think double Tourmaline Twin Slam is the direction to go with this deck this time. If we don't... Wait, we were going to put Citrine in there anyway. Doesn't work on the Strike for Strikes, Vent Steam. I don't think... Well, Vent Steam I guess it kind of makes sense, because we're going to want to play that before Strike for Strike anyway. I think it is kind of mediocre enough to keep waiting for a better gem. Sapphire in Strike for Strikes is acceptable. Maybe I should just stick with acceptable because of the 5 brace. Last time I tried Sapphire in a Strike for Strike, it worked out pretty okay. I think that was a losing run, but for other reasons. It didn't feel bad to have that. One thing I can think of is that you want your brace cards to enter defensive, but this also damages you, so you're going to take damage before entering defensive mode and before the Thorns come into play. I don't know what else I would put in Strike for Strike. Is the problem. I'm gonna skip. Alright, let's see what we got here. No thanks. No thanks to 5 fights. I think we can take 2 fights here. We have not taken... We took 0 damage those last 2 fights. These are hard pulls, but, you know, we have a lot of HP. Let's make use of it. We don't have very many elite fights, so... Is Piercing Height going to be in our turn 1 hand every turn? Every fight? Alright, let's start taking out the cultists. Ooh, because I played Piercing Hide, we can't play these, because I don't want to enter defensive yet. Especially because we have these weakens, that should be fine for next turn. Might even be able to kill this one. Although I do think we got a lot of our attacks already. No, we're good. Okay. So, strike for strike, with Vent Steam does kill. I think we have to do that. That's fine. Don't need block. I'm gonna do those. And now I will enter defensive. For next turn, specifically. Go for this one next. I felt like that was a lot of buffs. Did I have... Right, charge up. That was where the temporary strength came from. Twin Slam, defend, strike. Seems good. Alright, so this is 8 Thorns, which means this is 25. This is only 18, so yeah. That was the wrong one. But that's okay. We're going to weaken this guy twice so we can kill this guy. Because we can't block for 24 and just have the Thorns kill. Twin Slam twice here. And then block most of this, but not all of it, unfortunately. Oh well. 1 HP worth of damage in a triple cultist fight, that's nothing to complain about. Unless I guess you have apparitions. Polybeam, Refracted Beam, Suspension. Those are all skip, I believe. There is a world in which you take the suspension to make it a cantrip that gives you an energy, but we already have a use for this. We don't have strength. At least not consistent strength. Charge up is not enough. Okay. So next turn is a 21 attack turn, which means it is viable to go into defensive here. However, we have a lot of cards that we want to play already. Or do we? I guess we don't have to do Twin Slam. Charge up. Or I guess we don't have to do Piercing Hide. Charge up and Laser Turret both seem important. I think it's important to save Gemstone Den as well. I don't think we kill Spheric Guardian fast enough, but I could be wrong about that. What is this damage? 11, 18. This gains 35 on turn 1. So this would be at a total of 77 HP. Yeah, we can't do 77 damage with this deck. We draw all our Thorns turn 1 too. Actually, not being able to go into defensive might be a pretty big deal. So I might have to play Piercing Hide in order to have that available to me next turn. That makes sense. Does it make sense to not play Charge Up and play Twin Slam instead? I think we have to go for the Sentry as well. This would need 3 attacks in order for it to pay off. That's not unlikely. It's not the most likely thing, but it's not unlikely either. We also have Charge Up Laser Turret, so that's a 1 attack already. Okay, we'll do that. At least in theory it is. We'll have to find out. Alright, so this should do 9 damage. This is at 75. It did 7. Yeah, I'm gonna contest that. Alright, let's draw some cards. Alright, we did get strike for strike. Is it enough? No, this is only 22. So let's enter defensive. Get plenty of block for next turn. This is only 25? Damn. Oh, I didn't play this before the thing. The ward, that's what I meant. Oh well. 22, huh? Oh man, I could have done... Alright. That's fine. Oh, well, it'll die to Thorns now. Okay. That's fine, I suppose. Although, I am 2 block below where I feel like I should be. So, that doesn't feel amazing. Don't want to play the strike for strike here, but maybe I should anyway, because it's damage. We do need to kill this somewhat fast. I have 2 energy. I can colorless potion here. Yeah, it's not a big deal, it's colorless. Somehow I don't think these are going to help me. But you know, they weren't going to help me anyway, so... It is weakened for the rest of the fight. I'm not sure how that translates to being able to block it. It'll start weakened next turn, which means it'll have 8 damage. With Frail, we can block with Piercing Hide Defend. Or Triple Defend. We would really want to re-enter defensive, but I don't know how viable that is here. Not sure we kill very fast either. Anyway. Takes it down to 32, 52. We do another 12 damage, so 40. Then it's going to reblock for 15, I think. $55. Do feel like we're going to need to kill this fast, because we can't even get back into defensive mode fast enough. So I'll play it. Take the extra damage. Oh wait, Sentry Wave may actually get us back into defensive fast enough. Or do we just kill with all the thorns in our hand? My god. Okay, so it was worth it to play the strike for strike. Holy shit. That was definitely worth it. Yeah, I don't think we want these. One thing I am noticing, though, from that fight, is that we don't have a lot of bracing in the deck, just a good first entry. May want to fix that. I don't think roll attack's the answer, but still. We did not get a potion, notably. That's fine, colorless was going to be helpful anyways. At least not with the way that it was acting. Ruby, Event Steam. We still don't want the Ruby, I don't think. Don't need another Vent Steam. Yeah, I'm not going to take the roll attack either. Okay, right, we have an open gem, but I don't have an open Twin Slam. So we're going to upgrade Twin Slam here, and then socket at the very next Spire right after this Elite. That was the only gem I had unsocketed, right? Yeah, that's it. I also have Preserved Insect, very nice. Alright, let's draw some cards. Well, that doesn't look like enough to kill one, I'll be honest. We're gonna have 18 out of 34, so we take 16. What if I use the potion? Still Chaos. That could hit strike for strike, and random targeting doesn't really sound good to me. Alright. Let's do this first, see if it hits a strike. No, it does not. But maybe that's fine anyway. So, 10 Thorns. If I do strike for strike here, would kill. But a 7 would just kill here too. So what if we go for something else? This is 23 out of 35. We can do 7 damage twice. Okay. Let's do it like that. We'll weaken both. Oh, I'm in defensive. Huh. Forgot about that. We're not even gonna get to reshuffle. Your wounds mean nothing. Third strike for strike. No. Shield spikes. Actually, yes, I think. We are killing things fast. Ooh, that anchor actually is nice. We are killing things fast, but relying too much on killing things fast will hurt you in the late game. And this brace is 9, which is very, very good. As well as being a block card, of course. Alright. Citrine and Twin Slam. We now have 3 Thorns. So now what do we upgrade? We upgrade the other Sentry Blast, perhaps? Wait, Shield Spikes is even more Thorns. I didn't even remember that. It would depend on whether we're in defensive mode or not, but I guess if we take a lot of damage in the hard fight, it happens. So that's cool. You know, always having this available, I think, is for a potential defensive mode entry, I think is really good. Also, this may make the difference against... Actually, strike for strike upgrades would make the difference against gremlins in the gremlin leader fight, should that be what we hit. That's a pretty good reason to upgrade these. I think for late game, Vent Steam would be a good upgrade. Shield Spikes might be one. Three block on a 2 energy 2 energy card is not amazing. Maybe I should leave feedback about that too. Alright, let's upgrade strike for strike. Alright, not opening the chest. We do not have a shop this act anyway, so it's not even consideration. We're going to have to figure out how to deal with that in Act 3. 4 would be way too late. Alright, let's draw some cards. This is free, after all. Strike for strike. Very nice. No way to increase the damage further, so let's just do it. I guess I could enter defensive. Gear up. Shield Spikes would do it. That's 3 energy. 4th would be laser turret. No, 4th would be strike for strike. Okay, so no on the defensive mode. Let's just block this turn. Let's play this to block. Let's have defensive mode ready, just in case. Maybe we just... No, we don't kill. Not yet. But we do enter defensive. With extra... dexterity. I guess I should have planned that out a little bit more. Seven and 9, not enough. 7 and 10, that's perfect. She's gonna heal again. She healed again. At least I got her down by 1. Did I have strike for strike in hand? No. Goodbye. Dupe Potion probably better than Power Potion. Let's see what's in here first. Compile package is back. And I still don't want it. Also, I think skipping all that Accelerate earlier was correct, because I don't think I've needed it so far. I think these have just been fine as passive damage and weaken. Compile package, is it worth it? No, I don't think it is. Our deck is just fine. Alright. I did forget we have Preserved Insect, so this upgrade didn't actually matter, but It could have on the redraw. It might still, or the resummon, and it might still on the resummon, actually. We can kill both of these with Strike for Strikes and block with Shield Spikes perfectly. So let's just do that. Let's not make it complicated. Let's just save this for when we need it. I think now's when we need it. Maybe I was wrong. Sure, let's play it. We're 2 away. Huh, that doesn't trigger the passive either. Cool. Alright, I'm going to enter defensive for next mode, just for next turn, just in case. I did leave the sneaky one instead of the mad one. I don't know if that was correct. That may not have been correct. $13, huh? Apparently worked out. There we go. Can we kill? Ooh, that's a good hit. Yes, we can. Although we did have a lot of block. In case we couldn't. Akabeko. That'd be very funny if Laser Turret was our only attack, because that does benefit from Akabeko, but it doesn't use it up. I'm gonna skip these, I think. We're no longer having to deal with any elites, so I don't have to think about taking either of these for potential Akabeko value. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip. Alright, next upgrade. What's our boss? It is Bronze Automaton. So this upgrade doesn't do much until we actually strip all the artifact. And it does the same amount of artifact strip no matter when it's played, or how much vulnerable it gives. So that raises the question, do we upgrade something else? Maybe it is time for the Sentry Blast upgrade? I don't know. I think a lot of these upgrades are actually pretty mediocre. At least until later. I'll do the Sentry Blast one. That one's safer. No. Ask me for my 2 best relics. No thanks. I don't need rares anyway. Not at this point. At least not a lot of rares. I'm gonna go for another fight. Let's get some more power. And I'm gonna draw some cards. Ooh. Okay. I don't have any way to enter defensive, unless I use a potion. I have a lot of thorns. There's 25. Wow. Is there any world in which I do pot the gear up? Or maybe I could Distilled Chaos. There's a lot of block in the draw pile. We'd have to play this first. I do feel like this is going to be more valuable in the Automaton fight than the Distilled Chaos. So yeah, let's do this. If Curl Up hits Laser Turret, I'm going to be a bit sad as well. I guess. I don't know. And I used the wrong potion. What am I doing? No. No, I did this kind of recently. I corrected a mistake that I made that was completely stupid. I don't want to go through that anymore. I'm tired of it. Alright, use the right potion this time. Oh good, we hit curl up. How about that? And it looks like we did hit laser turret, but whatever. Actually, it might be better this way anyways. It depends whether we get... Never mind. More commons. We're at the end of the act. Do we just take the ruby? Still no. I'll be a lot less picky in Act 3, I think. But right now, still think we can do better than that. Guess we'll have to see for sure, though. Because time is running out. The more I play with gems, the less I feel like I know what I'm doing. I like to be picky about them, but I feel like I'm overly picky because I end up with empty sockets. You know, despite the artifact in this fight, I may actually have to upgrade this just to make sure we have the damage for the end of the fight. I'm gonna need this upgrade later anyway, so might as well. Alright. Getting a Sentry Blast on turn 1 is pretty good. This means that the weaken will always come on the attack turn, which means that by the time we finally eat through all this artifact, we'll have gotten somewhere. Let's see. Let's start stripping artifact now. I do think we're going to have to enter defensive. What is this going to take? It's going to take my other Sentry Blast. I'm going to need that. Probably. So how much block do we get here? This is 22, we need 24. So I guess defend as well, unless we want to spend our energy doing something here. I guess getting laser turret into play is kind of important. We could always, like... Wait, we could just play shield spikes to enter defensive. Don't have to play gear up. There we go. We do have 3 more block than we need, but I think laser turrets... Is that more important than going for this specifically? Actually, no. So let's do that. We can get laser turret in later. We do still need to strip artifact on automaton. Thankfully this is attacking when we have our thorns. Actually, do we? If we can kill this now. This is 20 plus 8. 28. Plus 10 is 38. We could switch out a Twin Slam for a strike. Wait, no. That's less. I guess we just attack with everything. We get our Sentry Blast back. Yeah, that actually kind of makes sense. This is going to take laser turret. That's funny. Yeah, as long as we get this out now, we can still artifact strip in time for the big attack. And if we artifact strip now, then we're still not going to have the weaken in time, so let's just do this. Oh, right. Okay, we could still go for this in order to get laser turret. That seems important. I'm gonna do it. I'm also gonna Plague Europe now, I think. That puts me at 18. 18 brace? Then -6. It's 12. So we can play Piercing Hide or Shield Spikes, but not both. We might need both. I don't really want to enter defensive before the Hyper Beam. If I do, how fast can I get back into it? This is 9. 9 is 18. 29. 40. So we're 11 into the next one. We have another 29 to go. We would have to play all 3 of these again, it seems. Okay. I guess I also have Duke Potion in case I really need to go into defensive. Wait, did I? No, this was in time for the Hyper Beam turn. That's right. Do I weaken this? I would have to redraw Vent Steam specifically to get it in time. No, I still have 2 procs. Okay. Now I don't care about entering defensive next turn, so I can play Curl Up. Looks like I'm going to enter defensive anyway, though, with the way this is shaping up. That is 30 damage. I mean, if we take a lot this turn, then we still enter defensive technically at the beginning of our next turn, so defensive mode will last until Hyper Beam. So if that's the case, I might as well just do as much damage as I can. Get that laser turret back. Because we are going to start to run out of steam. We're almost at Hyper Beam, we haven't done very much damage. So, yeah, let's just race it. Do I play the Curl Up, though? I'm going to need as much brace as possible this fight, so yes. That strike being there is actually bad. Unless we kill this next turn, maybe? Let's do this. We could also kill it with Thorns. That's also acceptable. Let's do that. Okay. And here's our Weaken. Here's our Dexterity. Here's our defensive mode again. Maybe we didn't need to do that, actually. Oh well. Do as much damage as I can. Yeah. I guess we did need to enter defensive if I was going to do all that. Although re-entering defensive next turn might be a bit of an issue. Or maybe we can just get block cards then. That might have to be our play. Or maybe we just do a ton of damage anyway. Looks like we do a lot. We have double weaken. We have Twin Slam. Is this enough? Yes. That is 32. Okay. And we'll get a kill in time, looks like. Kind of nerve-wracking, though. I won't lie. Okay. Cool. Made it out, didn't have to use the potion. There's Onyx. I was wondering about Onyx, but I didn't want to say it out loud because it was so unlikely. But Onyx, we have multiple sources for Onyx to be good. And in fact, I think this is the one time Onyx Thorns is actually worth it because of our strike for strike damage system we have going on. As well as it being okay in the heart. But also it keeps our dexterity, which is really important. Bobble Burst, we have no gem. Fierce Bash, no. So it's going to be Onyx. And I think we're going to throw it in a strike for strike, since if we throw it in Vent Steam, it's guaranteed to keep dex. Maybe that's worth it. But I was also hoping to keep stuff from other things. And if I do Vent Steam Twin Slam, then I won't actually get to keep Thorns. Actually, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking like putting it in Twin Slam, but I can't do that. So I'm only going to keep one stack of Thorns anyway. So maybe it's not worth it. I'm going to take the Onyx and we'll figure out what to socket it in later. Okay, Guardian Gear's here. Wow. Yeah, that's an always pick. I'm pretty sure. Just to make absolutely sure. We have had some turns where we've needed energy, but we've also had a lot of turns where we've had too much or just enough, so I don't think we take Dome. Empty Cage for even more streamlined deck is nice. Makes up for our lack of removes last act, as well as the Cursed Key we have now. But Guardian Gear kind of just makes this fine anyways. At least for the first few turns. We also get permanent Thorns from Shield Spikes in the first few turns, so I think that becomes a priority upgrade. Guardian Gear's got to be better than Empty Cage. I like Empty Cage for removals, but Guardian Gear is just so strong. Oh, that's a very early super. Where's our shops? Top of the act. Looks like we have to dodge a bunch of campfires to take a shop. Or we could go like that. If we do go left, though, then as soon as we hit this, we're stuck with a curse for the rest of the act. That's not good. So I think we do have to go this way. Dodge 2 campfires to grab the shop. It should still be worth it, though. Alright. Why do I have... Right, Anchor. Okay. I think after that potion mishap last act, I need to take another break so I can get myself fresh again. So I'll see you in just a sec. And we're back. We've got Guardian Gear. Got a pretty darn good deck. Let's keep going. Alright. This is going to be our play. We get some more brace. Oh yeah. Lordly Plate actually gave me another turn of defensive there. It's all good. This fight's going to be over way before running out of defensive mode becomes even remotely a problem. Excuse me. Interesting. We're going to have a lot of Thorns now as well. I don't know if I thought about that too much. Strike for strike plus. We already have 2? Stasis Strike is back, interestingly. I still don't think I care. Right now, I've got pieces of a late game defensive strategy. I've got weaken every turn, which is great. I've got a little bit of dexterity, which is pretty good. I've got guardian gear. I think that handles most of it, but I still feel like I'm going to be a little bit short for the heart. That being said, Spirit and Shield should be pretty good. I don't think we need any more damage than what we have now, so I'm going to skip that. Ooh, Deca's Washers. Strange Spoon. Do we have anything... Sentry... We could just keep generating infinite Sentry Blasts and Sentry Waves. That's a funny idea, but I don't think that's a good idea. Like, funny idea, but not a good one. Also, more Second Slams, which I guess is okay, but, like, no. Definitely more interested in Deca's Washers. Draw every turn for the first 3 turns is very good, very consistent. There's also an Amethyst on sale, which I don't think I care about. I care about Lanterns or what? Probably not. 4 energy should be enough. I think Deca's Washers. Maybe if I had the gold to buy both, I would buy both, but I don't. I also want card removes, right? That's why I have pathing like this. How did it go again? Right, if I wanted the second shop up here after the chest, I have to give up 2 campfires for it. Which sucks, but, you know, you do what you gotta do. So what is the card remove right now? 100? So if I buy Deca's Washers and a card remove, that's 381. That leaves me at 25 gold. We get 30, 60, 90, 105 on average, so not quite enough for a card remove. I guess 120 if we go here. Maybe we get some gold in here or in one of the question marks. I think it's pretty reasonable odds that we can get the gold for it, but I'm not sure how reasonable. We'd have to get more gold in one of these 2, or a chest, or we have to high roll our gold. If I don't take those, if I don't go for those odds, then I could maybe afford something else in the next shop. Alright, let's just do Deca's Washers and forego the card remove. And I'm not going to buy anything else, I don't think. Nope. We're good. Alright. Oh, right, I had Gemstone Gun, so actually an extra energy turn 1 would have been nice. It also lessens the need for Deca's Washers, although I guess it's not so bad. Alright, let's get rid of you first. You know, I thought I had enough block for that, and I was right, but it was closer than I thought it would be. Should have paid a little bit more attention to that. Alright. Got defensive for a couple more turns. Let's see if we can get these guys. Actually, there was an evasive protocol in the shop. That could have paired nicely with Guardian Gear, now that I think about it. At least for the first few turns. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure that it would have been correct to do so, but it's probably worth considering. Alright, I would like to kill these things today. Please. Another vent steam is not necessary. Recover doesn't do anything. Incinerate also doesn't do anything. We already established Accelerate's not very good with this stuff, since we don't have strength, and we already have weaken every turn. Okay. I don't think we're going to take another curse here. We're just going to lose the max HP. It's not a great event. Pretty boring one, honestly. Okay, so this would have given me enough gold. Had I taken the Carter move earlier. That said, it's fine. We're still doing pretty good. And I guess this means we might have enough for another card reward in Act 4. This is a pretty late shop up here. Did I say card reward? I meant card remove. We're not taking 999 gold. We don't need to upgrade all cards, I don't think. No. Let's just get a rare relic. Is Slime Boss. Interesting. Vent Steam is here. I don't think we want to gain Thorns. This is not a big Thorns boss, and we don't have the Thorns synergy cards in our hand right now. Wow, that was almost a split turn 1. Didn't think I would be doing that much damage. It's pretty cool. Oh, looks like we split with laser turret. So, wow, so much damage. It's been a few days since I've opened up this run, so I'm still surprised by how much this is able to do. I wonder, it makes me wonder if I've been missing out on some of the strength of Guardian in the past. Like, why is this specifically doing so much damage when I struggle in other runs? I don't exactly know. Peace Pipe. Oh. Oh, that changes things. We don't have to go here anymore. We can take the full path. There's a campfire after this, and we don't have to take fights either. That's great. That's perfect. Ancient Power. Did I say I'd take that? If we have an Onyx, and I think that's perfect to put it in, actually. 1 permanent strength, 1 permanent dex. It does mean that we don't get synergy with Vent Steam. Maybe it's still better to put the Onyx in one of the strike for strike, so that if we draw it with either one, we get permanent dex. Actually, no, that's flawed. No matter how many dexterity sources we have in the deck, we're still only going to have 1 Onyx. So that's only 1 permanent dexterity per shuffle. So we might as well just put it in the guarantee from Ancient Power. Right? Because that will always give us 1 dex rather than banking on a admittedly pretty good chance. Or we could put it in Vent Steam, of course. The only counter-argument would be that Twin Slam comes after and we'll get Thorns, and then we can't keep a stack of Thorns, but 1 stack of Thorns isn't very much. I do think Ancient Power is pretty good, though, and if we somehow find another source of debuff reduction, we're going to have that consistency from having 2 dexterity sources. And the fact that we get 4 temporary strength and dex means that we can stack that with the Onyx, and it works. So now I think we're looking for Resilient Plate. Of course, that's the big one. And the best part about that is that Resilient Plate works perfectly with Vent Steam now that Onyx is going in Ancient Power, because you won't have a situation where you reduce this by 1 from Onyx and then you overshoot with Resilient Plate to reduce too many debuffs, and so lose out on some of that value. Anyway, I think we're going to be doing a lot of damage this turn. $62, is that correct? That's not correct. It's sort of 1... No, that is. Excuse me. 150 minus 62 is... This is regen. Threw me off a bit. Would have liked this next turn. Can't put it in there for next turn, though. But at least I get a bunch of instances of 1 damage. Oh, I had an energy left. I don't know how I miscalculated that. It looked like I was going to run out, but I didn't. Anyway. More thorns, more strength. Actually, strength next turn doesn't matter, but oh well. We're starting to get a lot of burns. I really hope that we can draw a bunch of damage next turn. Permanent strength and dex is nice, though. Alright. We also get laser turret out this turn, which is nice. By the way, in the few days that... Oh gosh, we don't have a kill. That's really bad, but we can... Oh wait, we can't smoke bomb. This is the... Oh god. Alright. Yeah, this is the super elite. And of course, it's doing the big attack. Okay. Looks like we're just going to take some damage here. Is this 9, actually? If we dupe pot this, we can go into defensive mode and have 16 extra block. Alright, we're going to do that. I'm not playing strike for strike, though. Not for 2 damage. Taking 9 is more acceptable. Oh my god, are you serious? How do I kill this thing? It's debuff. It's given me so many burns. Oh, that's how. Okay. Sheesh. That was close. Alright. Overload plus. Evasive Protocol's back. We're not doing Prismatic Barrier. Overload plus, huh? We have Deca's Washers and Ink Bottle. Do we even need card draw? It is debuff reduction, but only 1 stack, but that might be worth it. I don't know. I really don't. I think I would... I don't think this deck needs a lot of card draw. But then again, getting Sentry Blasts into play may actually be really important. After that, though, I just don't know. We only have 4 energy. So it's going to be really hard to actually make use of all that card draw. Like, we're going to have 8 cards in hand after playing that, and then just have 3 energy to play them. Once Sentry Blasts are in stasis, we don't draw 0-cost cards anymore except for Twin Slam. I think I'd rather just spend energy on these cards. Resilient Plate still matters because it gives me Brace, as well as giving me 2 stacks instead of just 1. Evasive Protocol... You know, Evasive Protocol is fine. I think I will take this. Alright. Now I can throw the Onyx in the Ancient Power. And we are going to Toke, I think. Do we have a better upgrade? Wow, not very many, so probably not. Like I said, it's been a few days since I loaded up this run. Did I predict something to do at campfires? I don't remember. It's kind of funny that that showed up, if so. I know I said it in either this episode or a previous episode. I was thinking about this upgrade, this upgrade. I guess we do Evasive Protocol, as weird as it is. We get benefits from Guardian Gear. It doesn't give me anything additional with barely those Lordly Plate, but having the Dexterity while in defensive mode from Guardian Gear is really strong. Unfortunately, that is not a temporary buff, so you can't prevent it with Artifact or anything like that. Kind of sucks that that's the case. We have a Strike for Strike, we have Piercing Hide Shield Spikes. Is this permanent Thorns? This is 2 temporary Thorns. Probably need to give this up. Do Vent Steam, Shield Spikes, and Strike for Strike, but of course do this as well. I think the Thorns are going to do a bit more than than a strike or piercing hide. So let's do that. Six, 7, and the big damage. 14 thorns, wow. Okay. Oh, we have ink bottle. Interesting. Alright, I'll play the zero cost card then. We'll see what we get. Ancient Power. There you go. I will do laser turret curl up strike for strike. Alright, I think we're going to have a pretty easy time killing this. But we're going to draw a card here. I'll let it happen. Okay, it wasn't anything amazing. We can reduce our weak with Ancient Power, that's great. Wow, killed before even the first big hit happened. Thanks to Preserved Insect is a big part of that. Giant Head does not screw around. I think with the with what we have here, we don't care about upgrades enough. Not even to give up a smoke bomb. Like after that Nemesis fight, I feel like we're gonna need something in case this goes south. But I'm gonna keep a closer eye on that fight anyway. This is gonna be a skip. All right, time to get cursed. Shame. Oddly Smooth Stone would have been nice, but that's okay. Oh, this is the fight. Alright, well, it's just how it goes. Sometimes. Ooh. So Ancient Power, Shield Spikes, huh? We can also do Piercing Hide, or we can do Vent Steam. I think Vent Steam's worth a little bit more. Oh wow. Forgot about Ink Bottle. Oh well. I'm also forgetting I have Ice Cream. I don't think I'm going to be using that very much. Alright. Actually, I guess Strike would have been better use of damage there. Oh well. If I'm off by 1 damage on this, then... Assuming, I guess. 14 plus 14 is 28. So we need 7 damage here. Well, we're off by 1, but not in the direction that would have mattered, so... Don't sue me. Alright, 5... 6... 7... 8... 9. There we go. Actually, was that a mistake because I have so much draw turn 1? Maybe. Still don't care about these. Alright. We have nothing to enhance, so let's just toke our shame. No frail for me. That would have been a pretty bad one to have, considering how much we're reliant on block, even though we do have this. Would like to continue stacking block when I can. Okay, drawing Twin Slam, maybe that was a good thing. Is Strike or Charge Up better? I'm gonna go with Charge Up because we have to deal with the debuff coming in. So a little bit more block is good. I get to reduce a stack of the Constrict, yay. The other Sentry Blast is coming, so if I play Curl Up, something goes into stasis that I can't get out in time. That's fine. I think the way I'm going to play the hard fight is use Guardian Gear to block the first cycle and then intentionally take damage for Brace on the second. Still Chaos. Energy Potion's better, I think, at this point. Gem Cannon. You're too late. I have very good gems. Speaking of which, I have not found, I don't think, any other gems since the beginning of this act. There's a Brace 8 card, but no. Polybeam, we only have like 1 strength. Sometimes we have 4 if we draw it in the same hand as this, but it's not worth it. Yeah, it's a no. Distilled Chaos at this point in the game. You know what, maybe it is better than Smoke Bomb. Against Nemesis, it was mainly just a race against all the burns they were putting in the deck. As well as their regen. They had a few advantages from bad RNG. I think regen is the worst thing that Nemesis can get, although strength can also be it, depending on your deck. Because that multi-hit coming in early can hurt. So maybe I do take Distilled Chaos over Smoke Bomb. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. Still no upgrades we want. We can toke a strike now. Strikes are not doing anything. Defends are doing a lot. Really love a body crash. I do feel like I'm a little bit nervous about how our block system is going to work out in the heart. I don't think I can avoid re-entering defensive with Brace. I guess that's fine though, because we're going to have our block persisting until turn 5, which is the first attack of the second cycle, and then we can just take damage on the second attack rather than taking damage from both. So yeah, let's just get us. Actually, is there a world in which we recall first? I think we recall now in case some kind of god card comes out that we want to upgrade. It is Nemesis again. We did not get Reptimancer. Very interesting. Oh wow, this is going to be a turn. No shield spikes then? Yeah, no shield spikes then. Because we can do all that. Took it from 150 to 33. That's 117 damage on turn 1. 117 damage on turn 1 is not a sentence you hear on Guardian unless you have Gem Cannon. And we just passed it. Holy shit. Okay, so either one we do, it just ends the fight, because letter opener. So that's as best as we can do. Question: why are you allowed to get question card on this floor? There's no more cards, except in Act 4. Gigabeam? Gigabeam. Guardian Whirl. That's interesting. For once we have the block for it, starting on turn 1, in fact, because we have Anchor. We just don't have the strength for it. I feel like we're going to be relying a lot on Thorns for the hard fight, but that's fine. That's kind of what they're there for. I don't think this is going to do very much against the heart. Gigabeam... I don't think so. I think it's too late. Like, with Guardian Gear, it's a lot safer, but we can't really use it effectively. We don't have the strength for it. That sucks. Oh well. Time to toke, right? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of Strike now. And we're gonna fight all these bosses. How many powers do we have in the deck? Just the one? Yeah. Crazy deck for only 1 power. Evasive Protocol. This fight's gonna take a bit. I feel like our best bet is to just kill Awaken 1 as fast as possible. We also have a lot of block. So maybe we can just outblock these for the first few turns, use Thorns to kill them, and focus on Awaken one. Let's see if we can make that happen. Use Shield Spikes. We play Sentry Blast. Do we play Piercing Hide or Curl Up? This is more Brace, but this is more block. I'll take it. And yeah, no protocol since we're facing this. Alright, so we have 6 Thorns. We could draw our good cards if we play a card, so no thanks. Alright, this turn is going to be difficult to block, but I think we'll make it work. Right, we also had Ice Cream. Okay. Ancient Power for more permanent block also seems good. 32 plus 22 is 54. We could always kill one of these, just not have to block as much, so let's do that. So we have 8 Thorns, which means 28 plus 14 is 42. It's too much. But this is perfect, I guess, if I play Shield Spikes. With also left letter opener. Actually this is better, isn't it? This does 5. This does 24 plus 11 is 35. So that's 40, that's enough to kill this. Okay. We also get to keep the block. And I kill this with 2 Sentry Blasts. Okay. That's good enough. I have to remember I have Ice Cream before I just go and play cards. We are killing this fast, though. I have 18 Thorns. That's pretty crazy. Maybe I don't play Strike? Strike is still important. How about I don't play the defense, so I can play all the other stuff? That makes more sense. Alright, now I have energy to spare here. Although, I'm not sure this is helping quite enough. We're drawing a lot of block next turn. And a lot of important, expensive stuff, so let's just keep keeping our energy. We're going to draw another card with Ink Bottle. Really hoping it was one of these two, but we'll have to see. Just Curl Up. Okay. I guess we re-enter defensive then, is the plan? I don't know, seems weird. But I guess it gives us more Thorns for shields, but holy cow, we have so many Thorns. Actual Thorns deck. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I'll enter defensive so I get even more Thorns. Like, the Brace at this point, I just don't even care about. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, killing it this turn is actually great. No, it's not, because he doesn't... Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Alright. Don't panic. You just gotta survive. Yeah, killing with Thorns, unfortunately, does not do exactly what I wanted it to do. I guess I can do Distilled Chaos, though. Does that do anything? It doesn't give me any more Brace. Do we get any more? No, all of our temp debuffs are in the discard. And Vent Steams and Stasis. Alright, well. That wasn't charge up, so. Looks like we're taking 8 damage. Oh, that's enough Brace to enter defensive. Cool. That's fine. It could have been a lot worse. We did draw, like, 4 out of our 5 block cards in the draw pile, so I think we'll be okay. We do need to keep blocking, though. 7, 8, 9? Great. Alright, this wasn't too bad. And I do think we win right about now. Very close. That was 22 damage. That's all we need to do. So we're going to keep some energy, especially because that void is coming up. Can we kill this turn? Eight, 9. Perfect ink bottle. Except, again, Deca's washers, so maybe not perfect. Oh, and I summoned Deca. Interesting. Okay, Evasive Protocol is a must-have right now. Maybe we can save some energy by not playing Strike for Strike yet. We also do need to conserve some block. I think Piercing Hide... Oh, since that proc Letter Opener, maybe I can just get away with just playing Laser Turret and having more energy for next turn. That seems appropriate. Let's do that. I guess I could have done Curl Up. Nah. We want the ability to play both of our upcoming Sentry Blasts. Yeah, just like that. We're going to forego Strike for Strike again so we can keep energy. Or do we want to? This is only 2 energy, so maybe next turn doesn't matter. Oh, we already have an energy conserved. Yeah, okay. It'll also take up Ink Bottle a little bit. I think we cleanse debuffs off Deca. I played Vent Steam against Donu without thinking about it too much, but here I think it's Deca because we killed Donu very fast. If I'm not mistaken. Alright, let's get some strength for next turn since we have both of our Sentry Blasts coming out. Nice. More Thorns is great. I am going to play Curl Up so we can stay in defensive longer. The longer we stay in defensive, the more we have that. And it looks like we're going to be able to re-enter it with Sentry Wave. Oh no, actually the protocol does it for us. Great. After this, though, it looks like we're on our own. Why did I attack them? Because I was thinking about doing this, I guess? It doesn't look like we need any more blocks, so I'm going to just play Curl Up. Keep our energy. 21 by 2, that's fine. $41. Interesting. Alright, now that we've gotten our... Actually, how many times have we even played Ancient Power? Has that just been 2 draws? Is that it? Eight. Guess we have to replay this? No, we block already. Let's do Twin Slam then. Yeah, because Ink Bottle draws. Yeah, now I'll kill Donu. Although we're not going to be able to re-enter defensive here for next turn. That is, the next turn Deck is attacking. Should still be fine though, it looks like. We do so much damage. 9, 10, and defend. I guess I didn't have to do that. This is kind of an unlucky draw, but we do win right now, so not concerned. Cool. Alright, that was a pretty good couple of boss fights. 2200. Alright. 7 HP. I don't have any more HP, right? Yeah. Is it worth 7 HP to toke the strike? I think so, actually, since our deck is so small. And we want to redraw Ancient Power as much as possible. Yeah. Goodbye, strike. Chemex, funny. Another evasive protocol. That does not stack the way we want it to, since, well, it stacks the dexterity, but at the start of your turn it still only braces 3, because 2 evasive protocols, or 2 protocols in general, will stack that part of the move together. So instead of it bracing 4 apiece from Baylor's Lordly Plate, it will brace 6 plus 1 total for 7. 7 brace a turn. Maybe still good? Do we want another card remove? Actually, since we've removed all of our strikes, I don't think we do. Maybe better to take Gremlin Horn for next fight. Or maybe we just take another evasive protocol. Maybe we take a fairy in a bottle. I like my potions right now. I don't see us having a huge issue with the heart as long as we... if we can accelerate with Distilled Chaos. 7 brace a turn is pretty significant, I'll take it. Am I sure I don't want to remove anything? I could remove Curl Up at this point, maybe. That's still a lot of brace, though. We did not find a Resilient Plate yet. We have one more fight to find it, but even so, it exhausts. But I guess that's still fine as long as we get 2 dexterity out of it. That's still pretty big. It's like playing a footwork. Maybe I should have taken the Overload at this point. I didn't think I was using Ice Cream that much, and at that point I had forgotten Ice Cream existed, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it would have been okay to do. Do I have any... I have 1 attack to upgrade. If I bought Whetstone. Alright, I guess I'll buy Whetstone. I have nothing else I want to buy. Alright, there you go. Bought that just for you. Bought that for 3 damage. I spent 100 and something gold, 150 something gold on that. You'd better like it. Can I just kill this turn? I have Ancient Power, Twin Slam for more Thorns, and 2 Strike for Strikes, and I can play all of them. I do have to adjust my damage calculations for Vigor, because these are all showing Vigor, so I can't just add them up. So this is 4. This will be 19, then 11 is 30, then 21 and 21. 42 and 30 is 72, plus 11 twice is 94. That's almost exact on that. Then I can also play Sentry Blast and Laser Turret. That's another 22. So 94 and 22 is 116. It's not quite enough to kill this, but it's very, very close. Wow. I think we do kill this, though. It's attacking it for us for 21, so as long as we do that, we'll have enough block for this next turn. Let's go, just as planned. Piercing Hide. I think Laser Turret does more damage. Yeah, look at that. Crazy. Oh, actually we do need to play Piercing Hide. Because we're losing 12 block this turn. We gain 10 back, but then it's attacking us for like 10 times 4, so gotta stack our block here. It's fine though. No big deal. We are going to be more than okay for this fight. Yeah, look at this. Oh, there's the other evasive protocol. We won't be needing it. Yeah, definitely won't be needing it. I'll just play Charge Up for next turn and we'll be good. so ink bottle is triggering. I guess we don't tick it up that much. Let's go with 2. I don't think we play 8 cards on turn 1, so maybe we can get it to go off turn 2. Ooh, Toy Ornithopter is actually really good for us. There's Quartz, but you're too late. Would have liked that in Vent Steam, maybe, but yeah. Is another Piercing Hide? Nah. Alright. Heart time. And I'm just gonna drink this now. I guess I can drink it anytime. Having a basic protocol now is good, though. Alright, Ancient Power. Now let's just do this now. Do I want to do this? I think I actually do. Because getting Evasive Protocol, either as the Sentry Blasts or Shield Spikes would all be great here. They'd get into play, we'd get all the benefits. And any block cards we get won't be affected by Frail from the Heart. So, I think we also do Vent Steam first, just to make sure that any damage cards we get are amplified, as well as getting that 2 extra Dexterity. So even though this only heals for 2, I think this is still worth it. Okay, we got the other Evasive Protocol, that's good. So now we draw a card. Strike for strike. And now I'm going to leave 1 energy for Ice Cream. Alright. I hope this is good enough. We have 9 Dexterity. Jeez. We draw 3 of our... I guess that's a 50-50. Oh, but we got all our Thorns on the multi-attack? That's awesome. Oh, we're 1 short even after all that? Sheesh. Maybe we just get all our Brace now. 8, 9, 10, and... okay. Oh, we damage capped. I didn't even realize. It's probably because of all the Thorns. That's fine. This will keep us in defensive mode for the next cycle, and we've almost got it down to half, so I'm not worried. We did upgrade Vent Steam. When did that happen? 6, 7... We have so much energy, I'm just going to play all of these. Yeah. So now we do this. Yeah, we're doing pretty damn good. Can I get more Thorns, please, this turn? Actually, it might not even matter. Okay, well, we can do this. Just play every card. Alright, 11 times 15 is 165. But it is still going to take this turn and the next turn to... and by this turn, I mean this turn. And the next turn to kill. But, yeah, we're doing pretty darn good. We're not even going to leave defensive at this point. That's crazy. Like, we'll leave it for a second before the protocol kicks in, but we're still gonna be in defensive and essentially not have movement left for the entire fight. Holy shit, this is so much damage. Wow. I have never had such an easy time with the heart against the heart with Guardian. $30.50. That's appropriate for how strong this run was, hitting 3,000. I don't know what to say about this run. How did we do so much damage so fast? Can I do that every run, please? You know, I did kind of formulate that this would be good early on in the run. I do remember saying having all the passive damage from the Sentry Blast and laser turrets, and the Thorns with combo with Strike for Strike would be good, but I did not imagine it would be this good. Yeah, that was insane. Double Evasive Protocol really paid off. I bet that got us into defensive really fast. 7 breaks a turn is nothing to sneeze at. It is very, very strong. It was a very efficient deck. Very streamlined. Getting the Peace Pipe was really cool, allowing us to take the best path through the act, rather than have to sacrifice 2 campfires for a shop to remove the curse. Question card got us 1 additional card the entire game. I think taking the Ancient Power worked out. That did a lot of work, even with the strength. Double Sentry Blast did good stuff with that. Yeah, overall another very strong Guardian Gear run, but even without that we did so much damage, and very fast. I guess Thorns do a ton against the Heart, so not too surprising. And you know what? With the even though I was looking for Resilient Plate to keep Dexterity permanently, we basically had it permanently with Double Evasive Protocol. So that worked out. Alright, that's going to be it from me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you stick around for future ones. If you do, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.